Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I am Sarah and today we are doing a tattoo tour of my arms, finally. So it's a bit different this time because I'm currently in Ibiza and this is my microphone, so I hope the audio is okay and not too horrible because there is so much loud music outside and I want to film this now and just make sure I don't miss a week of posting, as I did for like a month. So if you hear people screaming in the background or music in the background, just let's ignore it and pretend like it's not there. Anyway, let's just jump into it and get through all these tattoos. I think my arms probably have the most tattoos out of any part of my body. So let's start with the new ones. As I explained in my last video, the karma is mostly because I believe in karma, and these are also still healing. That's why they're a bit flaky and shiny and all of that. Do not worry, I've been protecting myself. This is what I've been looking like for my whole trip because I have not been swimming or tanning or anything. Not that I would really tan when I go to places because I like protecting my tattoos. Anyway, so yes, there is karma. And then we have the sad chain on the back, also new, also still healing. I just thought it looked cute, so I got it. And then we have the angel and the double kissing. It also just looked cute. Yeah, I just don't really want to explain the full extent of it. Next, we got my little frog. So cute. Badass and cute, so that's why I chose it. I love frogs so much. So it's nice to have a frog tattoo finally. Next, we have the Sacred Heart tattoo. This one is a bit blown out, but that's okay. It's not that noticeable, and it won't be as noticeable once I get more and more tattoos. I think it only really bothers me, and I've only had, like, my sister comment on it, yeah, and say, like, girly pop, what happened? And I was like, I don't know. I got it as a flash tattoo. It is very cute, in my opinion. I love it. And then I've got these little teeth. Everyone always asks, why do you have those teeth? I just think they look cool, and I personally like tooth tattoos. I don't know. I've just always thought they looked cool, so I got it. Next, I have this little, what is this again? A crane. Yeah, crane tattoo. I have this matching with my mom. I think it's really cute. She has one that is shaded in. Oh, story time for this one, though. It is also blown out here. I don't know what happened with this tattoo because the tattoo studio was doing like a flash thing, but they were doing it for like by different artists, but like doing the same tattoo, but more in like their styles, I'm assuming. And this is what my mom's one looks like. Very nice, very cute. Her session went well. Different artists from me. Apparently the artist was really sweet, really nice, really cool. And then when I went to get mine a few days later because I was on holiday and then came back to Finland, I went in and this was, by the way, like my maybe third or fourth tattoo I'd ever gotten. So it's like I kind of knew what was wrong and what wasn't right and what felt right and what felt wrong. But I was still very like naive and didn't have any good social skills in the way of like people pleasing. Was just like, whatever, do it. Not that I regret this tattoo at all. I just, yes, just it's a weird story. And I don't know, the guy just seems a bit like passive aggressive towards me. We're the only ones in the studio. So once he got started, it hurt so bad. Like, I know this is like a really delicate spot, but eventually once I got this tattooed here, that was nothing compared to this. And it swole up like insanely a few days after I got it. I don't know. So yeah, that's the story. Not really interesting, but I still like the tattoo. I think it looks cute from afar. And you know what? It doesn't matter that it's a bit like messy in some places. Just be like that sometimes. So yes, research your artists and make sure they're good. Like everyone says, I think that's a really good tip that you should listen to. I was just naive and impulsive at the time. So yes, that's what happened there. Next is this little tiny rose. I think that was my also like third or fourth tattoo. Yeah, just cute, very small. I liked dainty, delicate tattoos when I first was starting to get tattooed, but then my style changed into preferring heavier line work, and now I'm kind of like going back and changing everything into black work. But it'd be like that. And I always knew like I had an indecision between all of those styles, so it's nice to be able to now work towards building it rather than having like black work and all of a sudden being like, oh, I like delicate line work and not being able to change that. So good on me for knowing that that might have changed. So, yes. Okay, next we have the skull. As you can see in my last video, I got it done with all the rest of the 5 tattoos that I got that day. Yeah, just love the way that skulls look. I think it's cool because obviously we all have skulls in our heads. Slay. They look cool. Next, we have a palm tree. This was just a little impulsive tattoo. There used to be this night market in South Africa when I lived there that would do tattoos when you're there, so I would always get a tattoo when I went there, and I could. So then I got a palm tree because I thought it looked cute. Next, we got this little cat. Also got it at the night market because I thought it looked cute, and it's almost like a representation of one of my cats. Yeah, I just love cats, so I got one. Very cute, very small. Next is this leaf. It is actually a cover up for a tattoo below it. I don't really love the leaf. I don't know, and that's kind of growing on me now because I have more dark ink on me, but like previously when it was kind of just like bam on my arm, it looked very like out of place and just didn't look like, I don't know, I think the placement also isn't the best that I chose. It's just kind of there and it bothers me a little. It looks a bit like a feather, which also bothers me. I don't know why. But anyway, I think I will probably either get it shaded in, or if you can think of something like darker that I can cover it up with, like I was thinking like a snake or something to go around, but I don't know if I had the space for it. So I don't have the skin real estate for it. But yeah, I will figure that one out later. Yeah, just another leaf, impulsive cover up choice. Yeah, just chose it on a day session. And yeah, I probably should have thought about that one a bit more, but it is what it is. Next, we've got this little pizza. I like pizza, so I got it. I also got it at one of those night market flash things. So that was my little one for that day. And then next I have this evil eye. I got this because my friend in South Africa gave me an evil eye necklace, and when we were at the night market, she was like, oh, you should get an evil eye tattoo. And I was like, yes, I will. I love you. So is why I have that. I love the meaning behind it and just the little story behind it. Next, I have this broken chain. I kind of got it randomly, but also in a way, like, I chose it because I saw it in this flash sheet, but it also reminded me of like when you break out of a trauma bond, and when I got the tattoo, that's like the idea that I had in mind. I was about to like get the guts to leave my trauma bonded abusive relationship that I needed to get out of. So I don't know, I was just like, okay, I can do this. And I don't know, it kind of in my head represented that when I got it. So that was really cool too. So yeah, it's a nice little, I guess, story on my body of that. Next, I have this crying cloud. I just love the shape of this cloud and how it looked on the flash, so I got it. And then we have the spider. That is a cover-up of a stick and poke that I did, which was really bad. Here is what it used to look like. And this is what it looks like now. So much better, so much nicer. It is so much harder to stick and poke, tattoo yourself, rather than tattooing other people. I promise my tattooing isn't as shitty as it looks. Next, I have another shitty stick and poke that I did of this smiley face that's melting. Once again, I mean, it's cute. There are some things wrong with it. Will I cover it up? Probably. I just wanted to try it out, so I did it. Anyway, next is this heart with a knife through it. It was a part of a flash. I did not create this. But for the placement wise, it's actually kind of deep, trigger warning for BPD and self-harm. So yeah, skip to this time if you do not want to hear the story. But basically, a lot of my self-harm and back when my BPD was undiagnosed, I didn't realize why I was so heavily dependent on people that I was in relationships or situationships with. And a lot of the time my self-harming behavior would it would be an outlet for all the anger and abandonment and sadness I felt during that time. So it was every time like someone had either like cheated on me or like abandoned me in relationships or whatever, that I would resort to like self harming or things like that. So, placement wise, it's just there because it's a part of the story. And I thought that would be a good placement for it. Next, kind of relating to that, is a butterfly stick and poke. This one's also really small and like shittily done. I did it. But basically, when I was on Tumblr back in 2011, 2012, 13, 14, there was this thing called the Butterfly Project. So if someone draws a butterfly on your arm with permanent marker, you like can't self-harm. It's like a self-harm prevention tool that you do with like for your friends or your one of your loved ones who self-harms. So then you draw on the person who self-harms a butterfly and they can't self-harm in the time that the permanent marker is still visible on the skin. Otherwise they kill the butterfly. So it's kind of like an accountability thingy in a way. I've always wanted like a butterfly on my scars. And yeah, I just decided to tattoo one on myself because that part of my life is over and I have now finally over the last few years developed different coping mechanisms that I don't need to resort to that. So it's like I keep this butterfly alive forever. Next is this little sparkle on my arm that I also just stick and poked. Very small, very cute. I was practicing and really wanted to get that done. So yeah, I think I need to go over it. I'm just waiting for summer to be over so I can nicely just do it and not worry about it, and it can be winter and it can just heal in peace. Next is this match. I got it because I thought it looked cool. I think the placement's so cool and fun. Next is this mushroom. Fun fact, I don't like eating mushrooms. I hate the texture of them. Love the flavor of like mushroom soup and stuff like that, so that's fine. But yeah, I just think mushrooms look cool, so I got it tattooed. Next is this little knife I made. I just thought it looked cool, and I always have liked the look of knife tattoos, so I just decided to stick and poke it. I think that's my favorite stick and poke I've done on myself. It looks the most chilled. Next is this Chilli. I actually got this as a matching best friend tattoo with a friend who I am sadly no longer friends with, which is so funny. Not funny because we're not friends anymore, but it's funny because I always see on TikTok this thing of like, don't get matching tattoos, they're a curse, you'll stop being friends with them. And yeah, it happens sometimes. Is it because of the tattoo? I don't know. Is it because people just grow apart and change and have different life directions? Maybe. But anyway, it is a nice reminder. We got it because we liked eating spicy food in Singapore when we grew up there. Spicy. Next, I have the word you. That is from the 1975 song You. I got it because I, in high school, had this situationship slash boyfriend and wasn't healthy at all. And every time I would be upset, I would listen to that song and I'd just be like, it takes a bit more. And eventually I was like, yeah, I need that tattooed because I do not make great choices in my picks of relationships. Well, I didn't in the past, so that was a nice little ode to 17, 18-year-old Sarah for being not the brightest bulb in the world when it came to dating. But look at me now, slaying. Next, we've got this little heart. I just stick and poke that myself because I was bored and I was like, ooh, let me do that. So I did that. And then next we have a leaf. That was my first hand tattoo. I remember when I got it, I was so excited. And yeah, I've since then gotten some lines added to it just because, yeah, prior I was very much into like the dainty line work tattoos, and then I was like, oh, let's make it darker. Will I make it even darker? Maybe. Maybe eventually. Then next I have these ants. I just got them because they were offered to me. And I was like, yes, I would love some ants. And I saw that artist had ants tattooed on her hand. So I was like, I want that too. That looks cool. I love that. So now I have ants on my hand. Next, I have a rose. I just really like the placement and the shape of it. They did tell me, like, oh, it's going to fade like really badly. I was like, yeah, it's fine. I don't care. Do it. So now it looks like that. And that's fine with me. I think it still looks really cute because, like, you can still tell what it is. Like, from here, if I hold it up, you're like, whoa, that's a flower. And it is. And then next we have this barbed wire. I just absolutely love barbed wire tattoos so much. I wish I could get them all over my body, like draped here, around my ankle, around my wrist, around everywhere. I love barbed wire. I don't know why, but yeah, so I got it. Just looks cool. And then I got the word now on my fingers because stay present. Okay, for some reason they decided to make the music louder, I guess because it's getting later. But anyway, next, I have the word now tattooed on my fingers because I love the whole idea of mindfulness and staying present. So I was like, stay in the here and now. So then I got now. Next, I have a little leaf. I just thought it would be a cute gap filler for my fingers. Then I have the sun. It used to look like this initially when I got it tattooed, but then I decided to change it into looking like this because I just thought this looked cooler. And I did that myself, the touch-up. And then I got a snake. I love snakes so incredibly much. I could get snakes and barbed wires tattooed all over me and I'd be a happy girl. Yeah, obviously I don't want to have like 10 of the same tattoo, but if it were up to me and if I just lived my life without caring, I would just get them everywhere tattooed. And I could. And I might. So if I get 10 snake tattoos one day, just mind your own business. No, I'm kidding. And then next I've got the moon. I like having the sun and the moon because it's kind of like, astrology, and I'm such an astrology girly. Then next, I just have these dots on my fingers. I just thought they looked cool and added a little pizzazz, so I got them. Next, I have stay present on my hand. I just thought that would be like a cool reminder, and I was also really like not in a good place when I got these tattoos, so I just wanted the reminder to just be here, be in the here and now. And it's such a like, because you see your hands all the time, you look at them and you're like, whoa, yeah, you're right, I should stay present. And then I, as you can see, have 2 faded tattoos on my palm as well. Those were me trying to do stick and pokes similar to the little sparkle. I will redo them again once summer is over. I just wanted to test my finger tattooing abilities and hand palm tattooing abilities, and it hurts so much. So that is also why they're really badly done, because I was too scared to go too deep because it hurt so bad. And then I just have 3 dots here because I got bored and was like, let's just see what else I can tattoo. And I wanted to see how deep I had to go to tattoo. Anyway, by the way, I'm not tattooing because I want to become a tattoo artist. I just tattoo because I love tattooing and I am obsessed with it. And yes, I do practice safe hygiene, so don't you worry. Next, we are moving on to this hand, arm. On the other hand, we have the dots as well, and then just have a cute little sparkle there just because I thought it looked cute. It adds a little pizzazz to my hands. On the inside, we have alive, very similar to the stay present. I got them done at the same time because they are both just good reminders. Like, I would get down about a lot of things and just ruminate on that. So when I see the reminder of like, you're alive to live your life and just live it to the best that you can and make the most of it. So alive, cute little reminder. And then we have the peony on my shoulder that goes down to there. These are all kind of like blocked in pieces, so I'll go through that way. But yeah, look at it. It's so cute. I remember when I got this done, I panicked because I was like, that's too much shading, because I refuse to get shading anywhere ever. And I was like, oh no, this is too bold and too like masculine. And I don't know, I was just very insecure about like being masculine, I guess, or like having masculine things on me. And I don't know, just I don't know where that was internalized from, but anyway. But now I love it so, so much. It is so cute, especially when I wear t-shirts and this one just pokes out down here. Next, we have a chrysanthemum on my inner arm, just purely because I think chrysanthemum tattoos are so beautiful. I absolutely adore them. And the artist had done so many, and I love his work. And I was like, cool, I'm getting that. And then next, I got the rest of my, oh, actually, no, let's go to the snake with the lotuses. So that was done first on my arm. Fun story, my ex-boyfriend drew the snake and the leaves, a lovely human. So there is no regrets there for knowing that he drew it and then the artist like made it different. It's like a nice memory to have that of him. And I recently had it redone just to match the rest of the vibe. So this is what it used to look like before, and yeah, here's what it looks like now. You can see the tail also got extended and the snake was just made darker and the lotuses were just boldened. I'm obsessed with it. Next is the other chrysanthemum. I just thought it would be cute to have two chrysanthemums because they are different, but they're the same. And I impulsively was like, let's make it go up to my hand. Why? Because I have issues. No, I'm kidding. I thought it looked cool and I forgot how much palm tattoos hurt. And it is actually, luckily, was a lot faster and the pain was more bearable while I got it done with a machine. There is a video of me getting this tattoo. If you are curious to watch it, it is me finishing my sleeve or something like that. So yeah, that is that. Incredible black work. Look, I don't know if it's like I don't know why it's so dark. The pigment has just stayed in so incredibly beautifully, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. Next we have, I think, my favorite tattoo, the peony on my hand. Like, I'm obsessed with that. It is beautiful. I just wanted like lots of dark work on one hand and just for it to be like a whole sleeve because it's even on my palm now. I'm like, how cool am I? So cool. Yeah, I love peonies and I love the way that, and I love the way, I love peonies and I love the way that they just look in this style of tattooing. So I got that. Beautiful. Okay, that is, I think, all of my tattoos. If I missed something, let me know. But thank you so much for watching this video. I know it has been highly requested, and thank you for being patient and waiting for me to be ready to post this because it took me a while to get this, and I will probably definitely be adding more tattoos to my arms, so there will probably be an updated one in like a year or so. But anyway, if you liked this video or liked any of these tattoos, give this video a like because it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and helps my page be shown to more people. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to follow some body acceptance, body neutrality content. That is where I mainly post on Instagram. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye.